Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm out and I'm going to be pruning my fruit trees. Come go with me and see what happens. This is a nice specimen of a Mexican plum. It's a pretty good sized tree, yet it has not produced anything yet. And so I'm going to take about the top third off of it and we'll see if that won't help make this tree produce better, at least this year maybe. Okay, there it is. Cleaned up all that on the trunk and left that one limb coming up and trimmed it up good and tipped all of these limbs here, like this one right here. And I topped it at about 8 feet there, 7 or 8 feet. And so hopefully that will stimulate this tree to fruit this year. We'll see. This is another of my Mexican plums. You can tell it's a pretty good sized tree. It's about 1 inch at the bottom. And it's a good, 8 foot tall up there to that, right in there, that tip. That's quite a dramatic pruning on that tree. But that tree is 5 years old and there's not one one bud on it anywhere. And so hopefully this will make it go ahead and bud out some this year. Maybe not, maybe next year. But I took all those suckers off the trunk there and I cleaned the inside out and anything that was growing toward the middle. So now it looks like it'll have a better chance. This is one of my beautiful profusion crab apples. And it has done okay. It's put some apples on. I'm just going to top it and tip those and kind of thin those branches out right in there along this side and just give it a nice little trim. And there we go, finished product. Here's my Dunstan chestnut. I'm basically going to do 3 or 4 cuts on it. And now it looks a lot cleaner. And hopefully those buds will produce some kind of nuts this year. We'll see. Here's one of my Arkansas black apples. Yep. And it hasn't produced anything yet either, but it has plenty of buds on it. And so I'm going to trim these lower limbs off and allow it to come on up. You can see that I have the center open. I'm going to tip those. I'm going to do the same on that McIntosh over there, that one, that Arkansas black, this Robinson crabapple, that, I believe that's an Arkansas black. I'm not real sure. It could be a McIntosh. And then this is a crabapple right here. And I have a beautiful specimen of a Yates right over there that has a lot of limbs on it that need to come off. But I'll be pretty gentle on it. But I'll shape it down to about 2/3 of its size. And I'll be back in a few minutes and show you what I've done. And there's the finished product on that. Believe it or not, that's about a 7 or 8 year old tree. But it's in here with a lot of canopy. And as you can see, I've got a lot of trees around it. But I did a major hack and squirt operation in here this year, this past fall. And so there should be a lot more open canopy this year for these trees. It seemed nice and healthy. A lot of buds. So maybe it will produce this year. There's my finished product. And there's my Robinson crabapple finished. It's March the 15th, 2025, and this is my Chickasaw plum. It has bloomed out in one day, and the leaves are opening up. I just trimmed it, pruned it last week. Our Mexican plums, our wild plums, haven't bloomed out yet. This tree right here, right there, is my wild plum. My identifier says it's a Mexican plum, but it's an American wild plum. And there you can see are some of the leaf buds. It's getting ready to bloom. So in a day or two, it'll have its blooms. March 15, 2025. This is one of my Mexican plums. This is its third year to be out here. And it's doing okay, as you can tell. It's leafing out. This one right here, that is a lot taller and bigger, has not leafed out. And as you can see, it has some bark problems. And I pruned it really way back, and it does have some buds. So we'll see if it will bud on out this year. This is a wine sap apple, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, it's a Liberty. And it died, but it's coming back. It may be coming back from the rootstock. So I'm not real sure what'll happen there. It does have buds on it. This is a wine sap. And I put it out, well, it doesn't say, but it says late October, November. So we'll see how that will do. Yeah, wine sap. It has buds on it. This is a wine sap, I'm sure, as well. And that over there is my crab apple. I believe it's a royalty. Nope, it's a profusion. There's a reason why you need to put tags on everything, because you can't always remember. It's a profusion, and look at it. Yesterday it didn't have anything open hardly at all, and today it does, and it has leaves and blooms. It'll fruit. It's been a good, really good tree for us. And of course, said something about that earlier. That's my Chickasaw plum. This is my Kiefer pear. I don't have a cage around it yet. I put it out last year, and I put that one out right there last year, and it died. It's coming back from the base down there, and that may be the graft, I don't know, the rootstock, you know, below the graft. So we'll see. At least it's alive, and I'm willing to let it live and see what it'll do. But I'm not betting on it. So I bought another. I bought this at Buckeye the other day. It was $33.99, I believe, $34. And that's about a 2-year-old Kiefer. And as you can see, it has some buds that are leafing out, and they weren't leafing out yesterday. So that's what'll happen in one day. So there's my fruit tree orchard here up on top of the mountain, and I have some more down in the valley down there. I'll go by and see how they're doing. This is a wild deer pear. It is leafed out already, and I don't know if you can see it or not. Right over there is one of my crab apples, right there, and it has leafed out. I really cut it back, but it has some, there you are, red leaves on it. That wild deer pear is not doing very well at all. And this Mexican plum over here is not doing very well at all. And this Chickasaw plum, it's questionable whether it will live or not, whether the winter got it. It really doesn't have many buds on it at all, if any. They're really small. So we'll see. This is one of my 2 Robinson crab apples. The other is right there. They're both the same age, but this one has done better. As you can see, it's bigger. So they are leafed out too and about to bloom at any time. So that's an update on all my fruit trees. None of my other apple trees have done anything yet. So we'll see. None of the buds have broken. I hope that helps you guys. Five hens. It's March 28th, and as you can see, this Arkansas black is beginning to leaf out a little bit. Other ones are as well. That one's leafing out. That little one right there. Of course, my Robinson crab apples are looking just great. Turn around here. You can see my Yates in the distance there. It's leafed out. And this Robinson crab apple right here has leafed out really well. Look at it, it's bloomed. And this over here is a McIntosh, and it's leafing out. So my apple orchard is doing fairly well. I have one other tree right over there. It's leafing out a little bit. And one on the other side is a McIntosh. And I think those two are kind of doing poorly. That pink looking bloom there is a wild plum. I have a ribbon on the bottom of it, about 5 feet up. It gives you an idea of the size of that tree, and that squirrel jumping on that other tree beside it. It's probably 15 foot tall. It's a nice looking tree. It's going to do well this year. Right over there in the distance is another crab apple. This one is a profusion crab apple. Look at those blooms. I don't know how well you can see this tree, but all these white blooms, that is a downy serviceberry. And it's a nice tree. Probably 3 inches at the base, all the way through. I have quite a few of those right down here on the creek. You can see them in the distance. They're not wild plums, they're downy serviceberries. Here, Woody the woodpecker. Have a big pileated woodpecker. Right in there, right up there. There in the distance, you can see one of my red buds. It's down along the creek here. And another of my red buds at the creek. And the downy service berries are right there. You can barely see the blooms. There they are. There's a cluster of them down through here. Some of the very early dogwoods are beginning to bloom, as you can see. And this is my oldest Robinson crabapple on the property. You can see that it's a good 2 inches through at the bottom. And it blooms like this every year, and it'll produce a lot of small crab apples. And here's my small Mexican plum up here at this little orchard area. It's struggling, but it's coming out. It has really struggled, and that's the problem that you have when you buy a little small pencil-sized bare root tree. They take forever to grow. My recommendation to all of you is buy a nursery-grown tree that's in a pot, a potted tree like those right there. That is a chestnut, and that is a chestnut over there, and a chestnut right behind that other one. And those were potted, and you can see that one's a good 7-8 feet tall. So I don't know if you could hear it, but I heard a turkey gobble over in that direction, but he's pretty far over there. There's my big, huge persimmon tree. It'll produce all the way up there. It's a good 30 feet tall. Probably 8 inches all the way through from side to side. That's a good sized persimmon tree. The deer love it. That tree right there, you can see the blooms. That's a wild plum. It's a good sized tree. It's a good 4 inches at the bottom. So hopefully it'll produce some plum for us this year. We'll see. I hope you can see what I'm seeing, because I'm seeing, a good 5 or 6 dogwoods that have early bloomed. They're still greenish yellow looking. But down in the distance, there's 1, 2, 3 red buds as well. It's a beautiful sight. And there's a mayapple patch. I don't ever remember them popping up this early. Maybe they do. But there's a nice patch here in the bottom of my dry creek. A little small wild plum, but look right above it. That's a beautiful specimen right there. And it's right at our gate, the edge of our property. Beautiful tree. Hopefully it'll produce some plums this year, and I'll be able to see them since they're right here by the gate. Wild blueberry vines. There, and I don't know if you can see them, but they go all the way out through there. That way. You can definitely see them there. I have a really good patch of wild blueberry vines right there around this tree. And as you can see, my daylilies are coming out, and behind them there to the left are my daffodils. Some people call them Easter lilies. They are beautiful. This is about the 4th year I think they've been out, maybe the 5th, but they're really blooming this year. Doing great. Here is my pride and joy, my Chickasaw plum, all bloomed out and leafed out, and it's never bloomed. Look at all those blooms. So this year, I should have a beautiful crop on this one. I'm hoping anyway. And there's the rest of my trees in this area, starting right here with this profusion crabapple. It'll do well. It will do well this year. Right here is one of my apple trees. I pruned them all back so that they'd do well this year. And move this fence a little bit out of the way. If I'm not mistaken, this one's a Liberty right here. I'll come back and trim that off of it a little bit here. And this one and the other one right there is a wine sap. And these wine saps are designed to drop late. Let's see what this says. Yep, wine sap. They're designed to drop later. I don't see any blooms on it. None of these have bloomed yet, and they're going on 3 years. This one died back. It's coming out from below the graft down there. I don't know if that's going to be a wine sap or not. We'll just see what it does. I doubt very seriously that the rootstock will be a wine sap. This is one of my Mexican plums, and it's doing great, as you can see. It has really grown. That's the same age right there, this one. It's amazing how much different some trees will do. This one's so much smaller. This right here is one of my pear trees. As you can see, it's a kefir. I put it out last year, and I don't know if you can see that one right over there or not. That one right there. There you go. It died, and it's coming back out. I don't know if that's the graft or the rootstock, but I'm gonna let it grow. We'll see what happens. And there's the new one. Excuse me, my finger there. There's the new one that I put out just a couple of weeks ago to replace it. And so, and yeah, in the distance there, you can see my huge wild plum tree. And I hack and squirted everything around it last year to make sure that it would have all the nutrients and all the sun. And so we'll see what happens there. And back around to my Chickasaw plum, and that gives you an idea of perspective compared to those other trees. There. So that's an update on all of my fruit trees. Some of you have asked if I do an update. There they are. It's a little early yet in the spring still, but you can see most of them have made it. Most of them are coming along. And hopefully we'll have some plums this year at least, and some crab apples. So God bless you guys. Thanks for checking in on the channel. Hit the like button, not for my affirmation, but so that YouTube will push this out to more people. Have a super day.